Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we got some more news on Stellar Blade and whether it is going to be censored or uncensored. As always, links are going to be in the description down below, and while you're down there, might as well hit that subscribe button because we're trying to hit 300 subs before the end of the month. And with that being said, let's begin. Stellar Blade says it will release uncensored in all regions, so what does that mean? Now, just off the title is quite impressive because a lot of games have censored versions depending on what region they go to. For example, in Spider-Man 2, you don't have any of the LGBTQ things, like there's little flags and stuff like that in the game. You won't find that in the Middle Eastern release of the game. And I believe there was a lot of problems with releasing Final Fantasy 16 in certain Middle Eastern countries because of the gay scene in the game. So the fact that Stellar Blade is going, hey, we're not going to be censoring the game in any region, must means that they're willing to forego on some sales, or means that they have come to some sort of compromise with whatever country would not be okay with such explicit hotness and, well, you know, the lopping of arms off. Stellar Blade always seems to enjoy employing its controversy-based marketing strategy wherever it can, and now that has extended to a proud declaration that the game will release uncensored in all regions, including Japan, which is a bit of a surprise to me. Again, I don't think Stellar Blade had a very controversial marketing tactic. It's more like the people got upset about Stellar Blade and then made it controversial, because I remember I heard about this game like 2 years ago, and I think that seems interesting. Never heard about it again, and now for the past month and a half, everyone is talking about Stellar Blade non-stop, myself included. What exactly uncensored means in this context will no doubt have some players thinking about provocative Eve's outfit, some of which has been revealed like her skin suit, but others yet to come. But it also has to do with the potential violence and gore, as the demo reveals some items like cross-section severed limbs, which also apparently do not have to be censored in any way, even in Japan. See, this is what more I was thinking about, because we don't really have like full-on nudity on PS5 games, from my knowledge, and unless like there's mods, and there might be some games I haven't played. Oh wait, there's Baldur's Gate 3, but I don't think you see any nip in that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. It was more about the violence, you know, like seeing arms being chopped off. That is a bit harder to get into other countries because some countries are really all about that censorship. This has brought up an older example of Dead Space, where Electronic Arts Japan's GM Shonen Noguchi wondered out loud what the difference between Stellar Blade violence and their own violence was when they were rejected for rating in Japan. Different times. As time goes on, people become more and more lax, and restrictions become a little bit more lax as well. More people are okay with having women getting punched in the face in video games. I mean, look at Spider-Man 2. You have women criminals and you just be kicking them in the face. You would have never seen that in a video game 10-15 years ago. Call of Duty, a lot of female characters shooting people. Again, not something you would have seen 10-15 years ago. So with things becoming more lax, with like the enemy types, it's for sure things are going to become more lax with censorship as well. I am wondering about the volume of violence here, as it seems like Dead Space gore was much more pervasive and intense in general compared to what we see in Stellar Blade, but no further explanation has been given by the rating board, and there has been previous complaints about rating being ambiguous. Again, if you're trying to get a rating in another country, it's up to them. I understand that, like, hey, it's unfair that they got to go, but I didn't get to go. Well, guess what? Life's not fair. Life's never been fair. Life's never gonna be fair. If they say yes to Stellar Blade and they say no to you, that's your problem, not Shift Up's problem. And it sucks. It really does. Meanwhile, in the US, we really do not censor violence at all this point, and short of like actual pornography, nothing is getting rejected for sexy outfits and AO rating for Stellar Blade, something that would effectively kill it. Never seemed like it was anywhere close to being in the cards. Yeah, I was never really worried about Stellar Blade being adults only in the Western world, because I mean, like, look at God of War, where you're literally tearing people in half, and in the previous games you're literally banging out girls. So like, yeah, I wasn't worried about that at all. I have finished my review copy of Stellar Blade and have more to say about all the adult content mentioned here, but I can't do that until the embargo lifts. There's a lot more to share about what exactly would or wouldn't be potentially censored, but for now we just have to go based on the marketing and the demo. Though I think that probably explained a good amount of the situation. So prepare for uncensored Stellar Blade like it's 2003 DVDs of American Pie. But yeah, I wouldn't expect anything too wild despite that being used as a marketing tactic. Well, there you have it, folks. Stellar Blade is not going to be censored regardless of where you live. And what do you think about that? Do you think we need less censorship in video games? Do you think we need more censorship in video games? Let me know in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, be sure to like, share, favorite, and subscribe, because we're trying to hit 300 subs before the end of the month. And if you don't want to be a part of that, well, remember, at the end of the day, I'm just some guy on the internet, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. If you want to see more of my face, be sure to click on the videos you see on screen right now.